It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He rises when it matters most, and he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Falcons and the Chargers just ahead.
It is time for football
Sports.
As we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
Perennial Pro Bowler Justin Tucker has it on the tee. And off we go here in Atlanta. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week and going forward, it's going to be a hard team to beat. Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
His pass caught. It's Chigokonkwo. Third down, 3 to go. Now, forward Georgia Bulldog, back in his home state, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Quarterbacks like him are just so hard to defend, Mike, because not only can they beat you with their arm and their ability to process and spread the ball out to the other playmakers, but it's their ability to hurt you when things break down. It's just hard to defend plan B, plan C. You might defend plan A really well, but man, I'll tell you, you just can't simulate his speed in practice. You can't simulate his ability to make guys miss and extend plays. And when that coverage breaks down or that defensive front doesn't get home, he can make you pay in a lot of different ways.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Another run here for Robinson. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Sending a receiver right. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. He'll be a little short of that 1st down. Tackled at about the 37-yard line.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
He's got his man. It's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. So, fourth down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it. And this one's going to be downed inside the 20-yard line. Play action now. Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the pistol, a give to Chubb. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Third and long for Jackson. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. As we get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, he sets the pace here as we get to the latter stages of the season. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They run over center with Robinson. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up third down. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Nice pickup there by Bijan Robinson. And so often these big running backs coming out of college, Mike, everyone just assumes they're downhill guys and the passing game is an afterthought. Bijan led all rookie running backs with 58 catches last year. Continues to be a big part of his game. He is the ultimate dual threat back.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Here we go, here we go.
Hill brought in motion.
Go.
And he's in. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown Falcons. His 12th touchdown of the year. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. Kind of nose to the end zone all season long, and now here in the month of December, he is the NFL's leader this season for rushing touchdowns. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Davis going in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. That's to the rookie out of Michigan, Roman Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
Give, and here comes Robinson. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he is close to the pylon, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a 1st down. It's 1st and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Don't try to run with Robinson. A dive, and he's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Falcons move out on top 14-0. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line. Here's a 2nd and 12. On the handoff, this is Chubb. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Third and 9. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Chubb. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Charger first down.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really 2 types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. He can run choice routes. He can run real wide receiver type routes. And man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Jackson, this a designed run. And now he doesn't put it away, and the ball is out. Well, so much for a nice gain and a good running play. Unable to secure it, the ball comes out, and the defense comes off the field with a turnover.
Once the runner breaks through the line of scrimmage, Mike, it's very common to see them carrying the ball with one hand. But as they get further down the field and those defenders close in, you've got to protect it with 2 hands and make sure you secure the ball all the way to the ground.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Daniels now going to look to throw. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 78 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have it for this guy.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle's made at the 35-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He'll air it out deep for Wilson.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On play action, Daniels. This one, deep downfield for Chase. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the...
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Got his man at the 6. And the Chargers have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, Chargers.
Jackson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Chargers. Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Chargers get back in it. It is 21-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now he'll give it up. It's a reverse. Past midfield. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
And not only a heck of a return, but it changes a little bit of the coach's strategy. You're thinking he's just going to sit on this score. He's willing to take it into the locker room for the half. All of a sudden now you get a big return. You got a short field. And this offense has a chance to steal some points here before halftime.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their 1st. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. To the left side, caught by Chase. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A gain there of 20. 1st down, Atlanta.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Throwing is Daniels. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Falcons. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, we're at halftime here in Atlanta, and the Falcons are in the lead. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin with, let's call it...
And instead, why don't we get right back to it, as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. Third down coming up.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Here we go.
From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Here we go, set. Bronco switch. Hook.
They'll go again with Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10.
60 Eagles.
To throw is Daniels. This one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Woods. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has...
Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. And it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. A throw on the run is complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And it does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
2nd down, Jackson. He'll run again. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Jackson now to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. They'll go play action here with Daniels. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So, the offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw with Daniels. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on fourth down.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on fourth and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take it over once more. Interesting point here, Greg. This is one of those where, put me in the mind of the play caller. Are you thinking just keep the ball on the ground right now?
I think it's hard. I think a lot of it has to do with how much confidence do you have that he can work himself through it, because as the turnovers continue to stack up, your biggest fear is that the confidence breaks down. So a lot of this is really just how well do you understand, what kind of relationship do you have with your quarterback. If you think you can get him through it, keep putting the ball in his hands. If you think he's done for the day, you got a big question you got to answer, whether he should even be in the game.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. He's going to get it to Okonkwo.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, different than the college game, these offensive linemen, they're blocking for the run. But if that ball gets pulled, the pass option of the play, they're not allowed downfield. In the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag. You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Robinson. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. First down throw there is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. So Tucker is back out, after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. The Chargers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Now it's Jackson. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Chargers.
Jackson now to throw on first down.
Jackson's pass. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the 40-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll... Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson.
At this point, Mike, it's just hard to trust him to make good decisions with the ball, which is really a shame. We both had really high hopes for this quarterback coming into the game. He was able to shake off the first 2 picks, but then there's a 3rd, then there's a 4th, and now after this 5th, you have to strongly consider whether you want to sit this guy for the remainder of this game.
On first down, it's Robinson. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Ready? 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
19, Tiger. Ready? Set, go.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. And here's Bijan. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Let's go. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And he's going to be taken down.
Yo, what up, boy? I'm on. You good? I think I'm running back to back.
This is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your
Yeah,
run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
First and 10. They bring Chase in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Go. 70 Timberwolf. Ready?
We'll try the right side with Robinson.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. So it's a win here for the Falcons. And it was their defense that led
All
the
right,
way.
you got
They
plenty of
picked the
time to
shutout in the
get
second.
ready.
No points allowed, and they
Mm-hmm.
cruised to victory.
Yeah.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to
I know, man. I know. And I already done played KG twice. I'm just waiting on that last game with you.
It's Week 14 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see the electric Jaden Daniels. He comes in third in the league in passing touchdowns. It's the Falcons and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Ritter looking to put it up right away. Pass caught by Pearsall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
On play action, here's Ritter. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It was Clelin Ferrell who was able to rush in and make that tackle. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Robinson with another carry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 8 yards back there. They can use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's Daniels. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot in the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down at the 33.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Daniels. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown out. Oh, look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom. 2nd and 6. Daniels looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams marching right to the...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. With his 11th rushing touchdown on the year, number 15 overall. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it as we resume action. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Ritter now. And that one caught downfield by Pascal. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Falcons 16.
On the toss, it's Spears. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Back to throw, Ritter. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Santos' kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vikings head out to take over once again. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Ritter back to throw. Being chased out left. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Here's Ritter. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ritter. Oh, Pascal able to hold that one in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Ritter to throw it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ricky Pearsall, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score. Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Falcons offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, and he sets the pace here in the latter stages of the season. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw is Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They run the draw here with Robinson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Daniels. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One of the great coaches in football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
To the air goes Daniels. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. On the draw, Robinson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Daniels. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. It's the rookie, Bo Nix, with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Puka Nacua, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The man signed away from Green Bay, Aaron Jones, a touchdown run. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Falcons offense and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. And he's putting together some kind of campaign. Currently second in the NFL in touchdown receptions among wideouts.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Brock Bowers with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Ritter will set up to throw it. Oh, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings offense and Desmond Ritter headed back onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Daniels. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
In motion right is Hopkins. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Ritter from the gun. And now here is another interception. Keely Ringo picks it off. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The gain of 6 makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Robinson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And they'll get this down to the 10.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll try to run with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Robinson up the middle. An even 100 yards rushing for him now to this point. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll run again here with Robinson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Hand off now to Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
On the give, here's Robinson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one.